Why is no one reading your notes? Why is there always no traffic to your content? Why is the data of the content you put your heart into always not as good as others, seemingly one-shot notes? Everyone, I'm Jackie. I'm currently operating on Xiaohongshu. I want to talk to everyone about the topic of Xiaohongshu traffic. I think this should be a topic that all creators are very concerned about. But today, this video, it won't be like some marketing accounts. Instead of telling you how to write a best-selling note, I hope to share my thoughts on this topic. I hope to bring you some new inspiration. The content of the video is divided into 4 parts. The first one is the logic of traffic on Xiaohongshu. The second one is why your reading volume is low. The third one is some effective methods to increase your note reading volume. Some mindset adjustments creators need to make regarding traffic. Not reading quantity. You can't see the exposure quantity, but the small eyes you see in your notes refer to the reading quantity, which means how many people opened your note. When you post a non-offending note, the platform will give it a basic exposure quantity. One part will be distributed through recommendation streams, and another part will be sent to your fans. Whether more people see your note is influenced by this basic exposure group. If they like the note and interact with it frequently, then the algorithm will recommend your notes to more people, making it possible for this note to become a viral hit. I often see many creators coming to official platforms asking for traffic. Now that you understand this logic, you should realize who determines the traffic of your notes. It's your audience. Xiaohongshu won't limit the traffic of normal notes. As long as your note doesn't violate any rules, it will be given a basic exposure. Then the audience's reading and interaction with your note affects the subsequent exposure of your note brand. This is how it works. If everyone says here is no traffic, the reason is that your content isn't appealing to your audience. So please stop asking Rat Captain for traffic. He's already scared of you all. What you really need to think about is creating high-quality content that your audience likes. Once you have high and quality content, you'll get readership, and once you have judgeship, since the initial reading volume of the notes affects subsequent exposure, let's talk about the second part then. Why is your reading volume low? First, ask yourself 3 questions. Is your content really high quality? Have you found the right fan profile picture? You continuously post quality content. Understand these 3 issues, and I believe you'll understand why your notes have low readership. Let's start by talking about the issue of quality notes one by one. I understand. Now, every creator will consider their notes to be high quality because it is a matter of common sense. They tend to favor themselves more, but the issue of quality, it needs to be measured by more objective standards. I don't want what you think, but I do. Do you understand? What you consider to be high quality standards may be different from the audience standards. There's a method you can refer to where you can look at the content of high quality creators in the corresponding field. If their content is the standard for quality, then has your content reached quality? And remember, the core of quality is to provide precise value, which can be direct. For example, as a noob, I've solved a problem that's been bothering you. It can also be indirect, such as emotional value, a healing voice. It might help you find a shelter amidst the pressures of life, all of which are valuable things that can bring help to the audience. Okay, why did I mention that this value is precise? This is directly related to the second question. Do you understand your fan profile picture? In simple terms, it's about who you show your content to. For example, if you worked hard to write a 5-star hotel, luxury, afternoon tea, exploration experience, but most of the fans who follow you are students with no income, then the content you create for them will have no impact on their minds, meaning it won't be precise in value. Therefore, before creating your content, you need to think about what kind of demographic your fans are and what topics interest them. Only when your content aligns with your audience's preferences will your reading volume increase. The third question is, you consistently publish high-quality content. If you only occasionally post some content without continuous output, your reading volume will definitely be unstable and unable to attract others' continuous attention. You'll find that high-quality creators persistently produce stable streams of high-quality content, which isn't easy at all. In the third part, let's discuss some effective methods to improve your note reading volume. Standard methods, such as improving titles and cover images, I won't elaborate on because these require you to continuously learn and practice to gradually improve them. I'll share some other ideas. Kevin, the first one is to participate more in activities organized by the officials responsible for community activities, such as the beauty agency, communications agency, the official department basically organizes events every week. If you actively participate in the activities and produce high-quality content, there is a high likelihood of being discovered by the officials, which will lead to more traffic support and official promotion. Let me tell you in secret, being officially picked is definitely the accelerator for you to gain followers. Popularity increased by 1 is a very good example. The second one is when you post your notes. Remember to bring up the topics of popular events. High quality content will receive more recommended exposure. So where can you find out about popular topics? There are 3 channels. The first one is when you post a note and choose a topic on the notes release page. Topics in the first column are popular topics. Channel is to click on the topic below the search box. Those with small flames are popular topics. The third channel is the fresh play option in the weekly report of your notes. These are all the current directions that the platform recommends. You can also use community tools. Using Saint Lit can help increase the exposure of your notes to some extent, but it doesn't mean that the more main topics you invest in, your notes will be. Its logic aligns with what I mentioned earlier. Whether your traffic increases depends on whether the audience likes your content. Otherwise, even if you spend a lot of money on Saint Deleted, it won't work because no one reads it. The click-through rate would be very low, and Saint Deleted would automatically stop the use of Fry's. Everyone can pay attention to Fry's assistant. The fourth one is when posting notes, you can add some tag information such as adding locations, which can increase exposure on the same city page. For example, adding a product label can increase the exposure of the fourth part of the product aggregation page. Let's talk about the creator's mindset adjustment regarding traffic. I want to believe it, including myself, feel anxious about their own note-taking traffic. After every note I send out, I stare at the data from the notes to see that feeling of nervousness. You should have a deep understanding. But I want to say, for us creators, you need to have a stable mindset. And Don't be too hasty. Don't let the data ruin your mindset. It's not about relying on 1 or 2 short-term leopard texts, but rather a process of continuously producing high-quality content. I've seen a lot of authors, and indeed some of them are good-looking but not living bloggers. But think about it from a different perspective. There can be a group that genuinely likes themselves. Having a very sticky reader is also a happy thing. Big bloggers also have their own troubles. After the number of followers turns into just one quality, it might never again have that kind of excitement that accumulates for fans when you first see one. Okay, let's go back to the original question. How do you get more traffic to your notes? Actually, in summary, the core is to continuously output high-quality content with just 8 words to go far in the long run. In the current internet era, it can be said that the competition for self-made is already, as times change, future audiences will increasingly pursue high-quality content. Therefore, quality content will always be a blue ocean. Okay, that's all for this episode's valuable sharing. I hope it provides some new insights for everyone. There will also be more valuable shares in the future. Newcomers should remember to follow us. See you next time. Let's say goodbye to Captain Rat.